Hi guys, welcome back to Games Radar and Comic-Con 2017. Now I'm here with Arthur Parsons, who's the design director at TT Games, working on LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2.
Yep.
You've just been from the panel, you've shown off a new trailer. Can you just tell us a little bit about what you showed to your fans today?
Yeah, so today was all about showing new stuff. We haven't really shown much since E3, and today there's a new trailer that tells everyone a little bit more about Kang the Conqueror, who's obviously the main bad guy from the game. We also showed some new content in terms of character reveals. We showed some new vehicle stuff. We showed a little behind-the-scenes clip of one of the Gwenpool bonus missions, because of Gwenpool we announced her today. And that was really cool because the mission is kind of based in a Chronopolis Comic-Con, so it's kind of a little bit meta, it's a bit fun. So yeah, we had a great time, you know, got to answer some questions from a load of really excited kids, and had fun, which is what San Diego Comic-Con's all about.
Now the world that Kang has built in this new game, he's the game's big bad essentially,
Yeah.
is a collection of different time zones and all of that. How does that work in terms of the game and what you'll be doing in each one?
So when the player starts, they don't actually know that they're part of Chronopolis, which is this giant city. Kang's aim is he's taking sort of like all these cool locations into one city because he wants to battle and defeat the best of the best in their prime. So he makes this one city called Chronopolis. And so in there we have locations like Wakanda, from obviously where Black Panther's from. We have Sakaar, which is from Planet Hulk, which is where Thor Ragnarok's set. You know, you've got Atalan, you've got Nowhere, you've got Lemuria, which is an amazing underwater city. You've got Manhattan from the future, Nueva City, Manhattan 2099. You've also got Manhattan from the past, Manhattan Noir. You've got medieval England, ancient Egypt. It's kind of like the best of all the kind of Marvel locations we wanted to kind of set our story and weave it through. So very exciting, and it's huge. This is, you know, I've been at TT 18 years, and it's the biggest open world that I've ever been involved with. Incredibly ambitious, but thankfully we've pulled it off.
And as a part of that, you've got like nearly all of the Marvel characters ever, like over 200, I think you said.
Yeah, you can never get all of them. I think, the list grows daily, but I think there's something like 9,000, but we have got 200 of the best Marvel characters for the player to experience. And everything from, you know, characters that are current right now, like Gwenpool, going all the way back to characters like, you know, Kirby's Wild West Captain America. There's some really, really exceptional characters in there as well that are a little bit out there, like Throg. We've got Cosmo, who's amazing. But yeah, it's just, you know, for us, it's the characters we want people to experience, and hopefully it's the characters people want to experience.
I think we should talk about Cosmo, because obviously, I think you said he plays quite a big role in this game, and he's a dog.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, so he's a Russian cosmonaut. He sort of is for me one of my favorite, because I'm a big Guardians fan. I was a Guardians fan actually before the first movie. We put Guardians in at the end of LEGO Marvel Superheroes 1. I love those guys. Cosmo is kind of the boss, and he kind of runs the show on Nowhere, and he's a great character. And in the story, yeah, he is kind of pivotal to Nowhere actually being within Chronopolis. It's a big part of kind of like the third chapter of the story. Great character, but as a dog, he's just cute and fun and running around chasing his tail, and it's another good character of an incredibly strong roster.
And as well as all those things, you've got a lot of new abilities and moves in there. There's combo moves in there now, is that right?
Yeah, so there's team-up moves, characters can team up together. Characters can also sort of like ride around on each other. So bigger characters like Groot, you can ride around on Groot's shoulders, on Hulk's shoulders. You can obviously do lots of transform stuff, you know, characters like Kamala Khan. There's just, every character has something special and unique, but you can obviously bring characters together as well, and hopefully as people are playing, they'll find all these hidden sort of like secrets and extra moves that we've put in there.
Well, let's talk about some of the secrets and the extra things that you've got in there. The comics that you can collect this time around. Let's tell us about them.
Yeah, so there's a guy called Dan Wiesemeyer who I absolutely love his artwork. He's a great sort of like digital artist and physical artist for for drawing Lego figures, and I worked with him on Lego Marvel's Avengers, and I really wanted to work with him on this game because classic comic book sort of covers are great. Seeing them reimagined in Lego form is just something special, and we've picked 20 amazing covers that he's now redrawn in Lego form for us. But he's also drawn all of the Gwenpool stories as well. And I think seeing sort of figures drawn in Lego is just as great as seeing them brought to life in real Lego. And for me, it's just a really great way of celebrating what the game's about and what the inspiration is, which is ultimately comic books.
And the Gwenpool missions, you said, are slightly more out there, sort of side missions away from the main story, right?
Yeah, they're our opportunity to poke a little bit of fun at some of the characters, to also just to play on some things that are in comic books that people may or may not be aware of. The core story is, front and foremost, it's fun, exciting, authentic. But the side missions are basically little individual stories, really fun, quirky things, and having Gwenpool there to kind of break that fourth wall, tell you what's going on, knowing that she's in a video game and is a real human and a fan of these characters, and there's something special about that which really does sort of make people laugh. And I think as people find these various missions around Chronopolis, they'll be surprised every time because they won't be expecting to see what's actually in them.
And not only is this on the PS4 and Xbox One, it's also coming to Switch. Yep. And that has quite a novel way of playing two-player.
Yeah, so I've got a Switch. I absolutely love it. I think it's an amazing machine. I have got a PS4 and an Xbox One as well, but I love my Switch for on-the-go play. And I thought it was really important to make sure that if my kids were wanting to play a game, I want to see them be able to play it with the Switch as it comes. I don't want them to have to buy extra controllers and stuff. So straight out of the box in two-player for Lego Marvel Super Heroes 2, you can just use that set of Joy-Cons that comes with the Switch and play co-op. You don't need to buy any other controllers. And I think that's really important because it means that you are buying that Switch and just able to play the game and enjoy co-op. And Lego games are all about great fun co-op.
And just finally to touch on the story, where has the inspiration for that come from?
The inspiration comes from two of my favourite comic book runs. There's Avengers Forever, which is an amazing Kang story, and there's also it's known as the Kang Dynasty. It's if I remember rightly, it's like Avengers 44 to 55, something like that. I may have just got that slightly wrong, but it's around about there. And they're both really good Kang stories, and they give you a little bit of insight into what Kang's about, what he's kind of like his thought processes and why he does what he does. And the guy that wrote those, Kurt Busiek, we decided we'd actually ask him to help us with our story. So we have Marvel authenticity in our story, and that's great because his story's inspired this story, so then to have him kind of like do a treatment of the story is awesome.
And there's also a 4-player mode this time.
Yeah. So we find a lot of people like to kind of, as they're playing in co-op, they'll accidentally shoot someone with a repulsor, or it's always deemed accidental. But and then they end up fighting for 5 minutes. So we thought, why not build a mode around this? So we have the Grandmaster, who's a great character from the Marvel Universe, and we use him as the setting for these battle modes. So you can play up to 4 players, either individually, or you can team up 2v2, 3v1. You can team up with the AI. And there's just a couple of game modes in there, and it's a lot of fun with your customized characters, all the 200 plus heroes and villains we've got, just to play through these modes, and it just gives an extra thing to play and experience in Lego Marvel Super Heroes 2.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Arthur. When's the game out?
The game is actually out in Europe, November the 17th. Obviously, it can be pre-ordered now. There's an amazing deluxe edition that has a gift with purchase Giant Man. There's also early access to a classic Guardians of the Galaxy pack, which is incredible. And there's a cool season pass coming as well. So lots to look forward to, but November 17th.